Okay, my name is Jermaine Dambi. I'm a physiotherapist by training, and I'm also a PhD student. So basically, my research is focusing on looking at the experiences of caregivers of children with disabilities, in particular, caregivers of children with cerebral palsy. So, cerebral palsy, as a way of introduction, is the most common disability world all over, and is the most common disability in low-resourced settings such as Zimbabwe. So for most of these children, in simple terms, is that they do present with a lot of challenges in doing day-to-day activities. For example, most of these children cannot feed on their own. Most of them cannot communicate with their caregivers, and some of them may require assistance in day-to-day activities for the rest of their life. And as a result, research has shown that if you care for a child with a long-term disability, you are likely to have poor health overall. So studies have shown that these caregivers are likely to be at the risk of developing stress, and some of them, they can actually develop clinical conditions such as depression. So my study is essentially looking into what sort of experiences are this caregiver going through, because these experiences, they can differ from setting to setting. For instance, in our local setting, because of the different structural challenges, for instance, we don't have social grants available for these caregivers, so they're likely to find the caregiving role challenging. So my PhD is looking into to what extent are these caregivers affected, and we hope that if we find some of the challenges that these caregivers actually face, we can then try to develop interventions to try to improve the welfare of these caregivers. So how AMARI has assisted me through this journey is that AMARI is focusing on mental health and in different populations, so they are funding this research project. And I've also learned several skills, for instance soft skills, which I didn't have previously as part of the PhD journey. It's not just about the scientific research, but it's also learning the soft skills, day-to-day skills such as communication, and also to engage the general wide population, so that we can make our research available to everyday person. Okay.